to start off with, and then I'm going to first start going through the Senior NYO Games Guide. You may or may not have already received this. When you register, you will get a copy of this. And anyone who is involved in this meeting, I will also follow up with this Games Guide. And I'll go ahead and start off with our participant and eligibility and registration process. And I will go ahead and make sure that I pause between each section. So if you have any questions, please feel free to ask. So participation eligibility is for students 7th through 12th grade. Parents and or coaches will register their athletes online. They do not need to be a part of the school, and that is something we are doing specifically for our virtual games this year, due to the fact that some schools may or may not have an NYO program, or may not be able to practice or participate at school. So if you are virtual learning, or you are a parent and are having to do it from home, you can go ahead and represent your child as you as the coach and register your athlete. But you may still also represent your school. What is required is just the registration process, and I'll show that to you guys in a moment, as well as our CITC NYO waiver. We do have a link within here that you can go ahead and click, and it will follow you to it. So I will go ahead and show you guys the registration process here. There's too many buttons. Meeting controls, new share, over to so our registration process will go ahead and have the athlete's first name and last name, your address. We would prefer that you provide us with your guys' mailing address so that we can mail the NYO beanie, your guys' medals if your athlete does place, and any other items that we may need to send to you. The home phone and contact email should be the parent or the coach, not the athletes. They are underage, so we will need to make sure we get in contact with the parents or coaches. As normal, you'll select the gender, enter their school, your district, what grade. You're also able to sign up with CITC's newsletters, and I'll be able to add you to my email list for all NYO things. You'll check off which events that your athletes will want to participate in, as well as letting us know if your athlete would like to participate in the live competitions, which we'll go over. Because this year's games is broken down into two. You will go ahead and click this or not, but you will have to, it's just to acknowledge that you do have to fill out a waiver form. You'll go to the next page, and it'll give you a confirmation of what you entered, and after that it should prompt you to move over to our online waiver. Again, it's electronic. You'll fill in the athlete's information here, and then you can read the waiver and liability and the media release. This allows us to be able to post your guys' athletes' videos onto our social medias, which would be both Facebook and our CITC YouTube channel, and possibly Instagram. We do have an NYO Instagram, but that's still being developed or brought in to this year's games. And then if you guys aren't able to do the waiver online, I do have a PDF that we can send to you as an alternative for the electronic waiver. So I can send that upon request. All athletes who participate will go ahead and be receiving a 2021 NYO beanie. So your athlete can either, well, they'll be eligible by having submit a waiver. Sorry, I'm submitting people. They'll be able to be categorized as a participant by submitting their video online or to our Dropbox, as well as submitting a score sheet, because some athletes, as we experienced during JNYO, they did participate, but some of them didn't hit the starting heights, but we still wanted to count them as a participating athlete for the event. So either one will put them in that category for participation. Do you guys have any questions about registration or participant eligibility? If you do, maybe you can drop them in the chat box. Maybe that would be easiest. I'm trying to see all the faces, but there's so many people here today, which is wonderful. I'm assuming, I don't think so. Nicole, you don't see anything in the chat box. Okay, I will move on to our competition. So competition in games, all athletes will participate from anywhere that supports safe and social distancing. There is no limit to the number of events an athlete may compete in. There is also no limit to the number of athletes that on a team, basically. So since we are doing this individually, your athletes may participate, all your athletes on your team may participate in every event. I know in the past we have done at our senior games in person, one boy and one girl per team, but that is not what's required this year. So they may participate in all 9 events: Alaskan high kick, scissor broad jump, wrist carry, 2-foot high kick, kneel jump, 1-hand reach, 1-foot high kick, seal hop, and toe kick. And this year's games consists of 2 competitions. The first one will be the virtual competition, where athletes will submit their attempts via video submission, each during 1 week time frames in the following events. So April 5th through 11th, Alaskan high kick, broad jump, and wrist carry.
It's an NYO meeting?
Will be available for submission. After you register, you will receive the links to the Dropbox where you can submit both your videos and score sheets. And then April 12th through 18th is 2-foot high kick, kneel jump, and 1-hand reach.
Thank you.
Brendan, would you mind, or somebody's a little loud, someone muting their microphone until after. And then so the last week will be April 19th through the 25th for 1-foot high kick, seal hop, and toe kick. These are all very strict deadlines. I think the deadline for each of them will be the midnight. So let's see, the first week Alaskan high kick, the deadline for this one would be April 12th at 12 a.m. The second week would be April 19th at 12 a.m. And then the third week will be April 26th at 12 p.m.
So basically midnight on Sunday night is when the deadline is.
Yes, thank you. So we will be providing score sheets with prearranged heights for the kicking events. And yes, toe kick is a kicking event. I will also preview that, show a preview of the score sheets for you guys. And the distance event score sheets will be measured to the 1/4 inch as far as the athlete can go. And the virtual competition will have, will be placed at 1st through 5th. So we'll have 1st through 5th awards. The live stream competition will be the top 5 athletes that place in the virtual competition. Virtually live from your guys' community. So this is part of the reason why our virtual competition schedule is very strict, is the Alaskan high kick will start April 14th for the female and April 15th for the male. 2-foot high kick following female is April 21st, male is April 22nd. 1-foot high kick, female, April 28th, and male, April 29th. I'm sure you guys have questions, and this might help, but I can go ahead and go to our chat and see what you guys are asking before I move forward. Can I get this Zoom recording? Yes, yes. I will make sure we get that to you, Ms. Tavone. Does anyone have any questions about the schedule specifically for both events?
Adele, I'll answer the chat while you're talking.
Okay, sounds good. Thank you.
And if you haven't already and signed on, please let us know where you're from, if you're an athlete, coach, or a parent.
All right, so awards, it'll be male and female divisions for each of the game events. There is no weight class. Virtual competition medals will be awarded to the 1st through 5th place winners in each event. We'll present the awards Facebook Live. So make sure that you're following our NYO Games Facebook page. When you register, we'll also provide you with that link in case you don't already have it. Our live stream competition will consist of gold, silver, and bronze medals to the 1st, 2nd, and 3rd place winners in each event. Awards will be presented during the live stream, but we'll also add to the Facebook Live awards the list of who placed for each event each week. So our Facebook Live Awards ceremony dates are as follows. Alaskan high kick, scissor broad jump, and wrist carry will be on April 16th. 2-foot high kick, kneel jump, and one-hand reach will be on April 23rd. And 1-foot high kick, seal hop, and toe kick will be April 30th. Now, I meant to mention this earlier. We do have an option, I did mention it earlier, we do have the option for your athletes to let us know whether they want to participate live for the live stream competition. If they do not want to participate and they did place in that top 5, we will go ahead and add the next athlete who placed highest below them. Tie breaking for 1-foot high kick, 2-foot high kick, and Alaskan high kick. If 2 or more athletes in the top 5 places miss at the same height on their final kick, the athlete who has the least number of misses will be determined the winner. If athletes have the same number of misses, then the athlete who has the first at the lowest height will take the lower place. Kneel jump and scissor broad jump. If a tie occurs between athletes in the top 5 places, the athlete who jumped the next greatest distance of the attempts will be given the higher placement. Do you guys have any questions about the games so far?
So Adele just moved from one place to a new place, and she's kind of working through all the little bumps and a few bruises, and unfortunately her children are giving her some grief right now. So please bear with her and with us while we continue through this event, this coaches meeting. You're still muted, Adele.
Thank you for that, Nicole. Okay, so moving on to our virtual competition submission instructions. All of the submissions will be through Dropbox. We do request that when you send us the files, please name them with the athlete's first name, last name, and event name. This will help us extremely when we're having to sort through them and figure out.
I'm sorry. I'm glad it's you.
Are you in a meeting?
No, it's a NYO thing. I'm supposed to be.
Hey, Stephen. Yeah, there you go.
Sorry, everybody.
That's okay. I think I need to admit people. Where is it? Controls. Participants. Admittal. So please do label them with their first name, last name, and event name. And also, I know it might be easier for zip files, but on our end, we have an issue whenever we have to decompress any zip files. So if you could only upload 50 megabyte files, that would be very helpful. We end up having to go to another person to help us decompress those. So please, 50 megabytes or less on any of the videos that you send us. Or if you're combining them, just make sure it's less than that. For the videos in MP4 or similar format, you can use your phone, Android, and iOS. Submissions are encouraged, and it must show the full frame of the athlete's attempted measurements. And measurements may be before or after the athlete's attempt, but cannot be edited. So the videos, completely raw footage from beginning to end is of the athlete's attempt and the measurement, or vice versa, is what we do request. Videos by events, the kicking events require one video. Actually, all events will require one video, but do have your second attempt for like, in case of any ties that we need to run into for scissor, broad jump, and wheel jump, correct, Nicole?
Correct. So for example, for the kicking events and one hand reach, we want the video of the last successful attempt, and be sure to include the measurement in there. For example, if you measure at the beginning and they miss their first attempt, you need to remeasure for the second attempt, because we don't want the entire film clip of the 2 or 3 minutes that it takes for the athletes to kick the event. So if they hit it on their second one or their third one, maybe just take a measurement immediately following the kick, so we can actually see the height. And Adele does have some examples to share. With the seal hop, with the kneel jump and the scissor broad jump, submit the furthest attempt, but keep the second attempt in the event there is a tie. And we need to say, hey, we need to see that second attempt to add it to the score sheet, to our score sheet, not to your athletes. We want to see all of the attempts measured, just like competition, when you submit the score sheets for those events.
I'll go ahead and play this virtual NYO tips video that our yes department had made. Pull it up.
Welcome, NYO athletes and coaches. I'm here to just give you a few tips on shooting some of the events. I'm assuming most of you are going to be using a cell phone, so I will kind of be referencing to shooting from a cell phone. So the biggest rule with that is do not hold your phone like this while you're filming. Hold your phone this way. Some other tips are you want to always be shooting away from the sun, or at least do not shoot directly into the sun. We're not trying to make this a cinematic piece. We're trying to capture you doing the event and seeing everything in that shot. Highly recommend having a coach or a sibling or a parent or somebody else shooting this for you. It is possible to do it all by yourself, but it will make it so much easier if you have somebody shooting for you. So the first thing you'll want to do is obviously get your shot lined up. You want a wide shot of your whole event, so you can see whether it's a scissor broad jump or the seal hop or when the high kicks. We want to see everything in that shot. And then you will have your person, once you get that distance, walk into where you're lined up with. I recommend jumping as close to your tape measure as possible, so it's easy to measure to it. Get a stick, get another tape measure, any kind of straight edge, and then mark that. We want no edits in your film whatsoever. We want to get the event entirely going through. Other important video tips are make sure you are, when you're recording on your phone or whatever your device you're recording on, shoot it in real time, which is 30 frames per second. When you are shooting something, try to be stable with it. We don't want to make people sick by dancing back and forth while they're shooting it. And like, once again, we are not trying to make this a cinematic video piece. We just want to capture your event. You are going to want to submit it in 1080 by 1920 format if you can. If you don't have the ability, try to submit it in the highest resolution possible. I hope this video helps out, and have fun competing, and good luck.
Any questions? You're muted, Adele. Any questions regarding that little video tutorial? All right, we'll move on then. Adele?
So submission-wise, after registration, you'll receive a list of links with their respected deadlines here. And it'll look just like this guy here. It'll say NYO Games Alaska sent you a request. You'll press the add files, and you can either drag and drop or again, click on that button. You do not need a Dropbox account, but I'm pretty sure it asks for your email, and it should give you a confirmation of your submission. But either way, feel free to reach out to us if you have any issues. But I will go ahead and move on to providing you with you guys some videos. Nicole, did you want to show any specific ones?
Let's show one kicking event, and then one kneel jump and one scissor broad jump.
Okay, I do have the ones where multiple athletes went, or do we want to show the ones that go single?
I'd prefer a single one.
Okay, I have one here. Let me just go ahead and share with you guys my screen.
Isaiah Crodo, Alaskan high kick, 58 inches.
This isn't a good one because there's no measurement on this one.
I would pick that one.
Yep.
I apologize. Let's see. Our next one, Marshall Dahlman. Pretty sure his were pretty good.
Yep, his were good.
Okay, I will.
The 6th grade boy from Antioch. Pretty great. You see the measurement, then you pull out.
One.
And again,
Oh, you're so close. You're right.
we just want the last successful attempt.
Very nice.
There we go. And then, yeah, show it from the beginning, the measurement, pan out, so we have the whole view, and then them sticking it.
You wanted possibly maybe a scissor broad jump?
There's a broad jump, yep, and
Oh, who do we want to pick? Maybe one of Jamie Bricker's? I know she's here today. Let's see, and they even had their tape measure out.
Go ahead and measure it, but I don't think we can count it.
Uh-oh.
yeah, so just
17-1.
so show a video of Colony Middle School kids.
Ooh, did we put it in a folder that way? Let's see. Let me just extend this. Do you recognize which ones were Colony Middle School athletes?
That print is way too small for my.
Uh-oh.
screen to see, sorry.
I can find some.
Elias, maybe,
If you guys wanted to maybe ask questions, I can go ahead and find these in the meantime. I can figure out who our Colony Middle athletes were.
I just have a question. You had like a week-long time frame for each of the 3 different weeks. Is it okay to submit videos earlier?
yes.
Okay.
Yes, yep. Those are just the deadlines for those particular events, and we won't review, well, we'll review as they come in. And then if we have extra time, I'll start reviewing the rest, anything else that is submitted, but it's pretty, depending on the number of athletes, like we had 150 kids submit for every single event for our juniors. So some of them, like that Alaskan high kick demonstration, had their first, their second, and their third attempts in there. So that's why we want just the very last successful attempt. Any other questions?
Yeah, this is Linda with Bering Strait School District. So the video tips showed the camera being held horizontally, and then the videos we showed with the kicking was vertically. Would
Yeah.
you prefer the kicking ones vertically like that, or should we
Nope,
just do it?
just
Okay, that's what I
Keep it,
thought
yep,
too.
keep it
All
like
right.
that. Keep it
Okay,
like
cool.
that. Some of the parents and a lot of the junior athletes, their parents did a majority of the work, and they just were not familiar with it or didn't watch the training, the tutorial video. And it's not a huge deal. It's just a lot easier and the screen a lot better when it is in that film this way.
Okay, yeah, I thought so too. I just didn't know if maybe because of the kicking, if it made more sense to put the camera that way or if we had it the horizontal way, but okay, we'll put that in our guidelines as well. Thank you.
All righty. Tim, we just don't have, we're not doing the stick pull for any of the events just because athletes have to compete against each other. And we didn't make any special special rules for stick pull. But okay, great, thanks. Do you have a video, Adele? Did you find one of the videos? You're muted. Still muted. Can't see anything.
My controls wouldn't show up. I apologize. So I found a scissor broad jump for Isaac Rivera, one of the Colony Middle School athletes. I can go ahead and show his.
Isaac, go ahead, bud. Nice. Good.
A little bit of lag there.
It's like his
We
right.
want to see the
Really good.
we want to see the takeoff and then
Walk it
measure
back.
for for a scissor broad jump and for
Where we
kneel
at,
jump.
Drayton?
Measure from the heel back to the start line.
21 feet, 7 inches. All right.
So yeah, Nicole was saying measure from the heel back.
Yep. Measure from the heel to the start line because you get a much better measurement and we can see, oh, this one's upside down.
Oh, I don't, sometimes they do that whenever I open them, darn it. Here, I got a wrist carrier. And you probably have questions about this. Wrist carry is timed for Senior NYO as well. And they do not need to move. They can go ahead and be in place.
You guys can lift whenever. Tell it when Jonah tells you. There you go, buddy. Good job. Keep holding on. Doing good. Make sure you breathe a little bit. You got it. Keep holding. Don't let go. Hold on as long as you can. You only get one shot. Keep going, buddy. Keep going. Keep holding on. Keep holding on.
So make sure that
You
we
got
can
it.
see the entire body
You
and
got
the
it.
feet.
Keep going. Keep going. Keep going. You got it. Good job. 29.81 seconds.
There we go. And you do not have to have carriers. You can set it up so there's a stationary stand, just as long as it is secure. Doug asked, all that video will take up a lot of memory once we have an athlete's last successful kick recorded. Is there any need to keep any? No, there is not any need to, Doug. Just your last successful attempt. Your score sheet will show us their hits and their misses for the events.
You will need to make sure you last two for scissor, broad jump, and kneel jump.
Yep, for scissor, broad jump, and kneel jump, besides the furthest attempt, make sure you have the second one recorded, the second furthest attempt also recorded in the event there's a tie, so we can review that video to add it to the results.
Nicole, did you want me to show any other videos for the events?
Let's see, the kicking events. Seal hop, you'll want a wide angle as well, and then measure from where they stop, measure to the start line, just like seal or kneel jump and scissor broad jump, so we can see that distance. Or if you want to, I guess you could go from the start line to the yeah, go ahead and show this one.
Hey, this is Caden Makehamson, Colony Middle School, seal hop, up, hop.
She goes pretty far in this one, actually.
Stop. Nice job. Okay, mark that, please. Okay, that's good. Nice job. Okay, we're going back now. We're going to pull tape. So please stretch out the tape. Nice and straight. Looks good. Okay. Now we're going to come down here. I'll bring this down here. We do this in one tape. Hold on. We're going to come down here so that they can see it. Where are we, fellas? We're at
88.5.
88 feet. 5. It looks like 5 and what?
3/4.
5 3/4 inches.
5.
All right. Thanks, guys. Nice job, Kate.
Any other videos you'd like to show? Or any other videos you guys would like to have questions about, maybe, that you would like to see?
For seal hop too, I know some of you may have maybe 4 or 5 athletes in your group. If you want to, you can have them all go at the same time, as long as there's a wide angle and we can see all of the athletes. Once they're done, keep the camera on through each measurement, showing it from the baseline to where they stop, or from their where they stop to the baseline. And we can cover that some more too for in our coaches trainings and meetings as well, if there's any questions.
And I just want to make sure we point out that all the events need to be done on hard floors or the ground, not on a mat, correct, Nicole?
Right, if you have a gym floor available, that should be done on the gym floor. If you don't have that available, then any other place is really okay. Of course, the gym floor is going to be most beneficial to the athletes, but if you have to do it outside on the road, dirt, or the beach, or a track, we'll accept whatever you guys provide to us. But we want, if they're on the gym floor, they should be on a gym floor and not mats on the gym floor.
Here I have our score sheets. This one is male. Again, the kicking events do all have starting heights. Male's Alaskan high kick starting height is 42, 2-foot high kick is 50, 1-foot high kick is 56, 46 for one hand reach, and 32 for toe kick. And then if we go to our females, Alaskan high kick starts at 36, 2-foot at 42, 1-foot high kick at 46, one hand reach at 42, and toe kick at 30.
And we want your athletes to start at those heights and record just as if they're in competition. So a hit is an X and a miss is a slash.
And again, if you're worried about memory getting filled up, if they end up hitting, I mean, if they're in toe kick and they hit all the way up to 58, feel free to get rid of the other videos unless there are any misses previous before their last successful attempt.
And if they go beyond these numbers, they can go up by an inch or 2 or 4 inches.
Okay. Yes, and you will have blank spaces. And if you run out of blank spaces, go ahead and add in if you need, or I can even provide some blank score sheets as well.
So one hand, what was the question? Is that for boys or girls, Sharon? It doesn't really matter. There's no 49 inches. So if they're doing one hand reach and the last height is 48, the next height will be whatever is recorded on the score sheets. So for one hand reach, boys, it's 46 inches. Then they have to go to 50 all the way through these recorded heights until they hit 68 inches. If they hit 68, they can go up to 69. Any more questions about the score sheets? All right, we'll move on.
Perfect. Were there any other questions about virtual submissions before we moved on to the live stream competition? Nope. Nothing in the chat box? Okay, so our virtual competition, again, the top 5 athletes that place in the virtual competition in Alaskan high kick, 2-foot high kick, and 1-foot high kick may compete in their community through Zoom, live streamed to Facebook Live. If any of the initial top 5 athletes do not wish to participate in the live stream event, the opportunity will be given to the next placing athlete. During each live event, you must have the ability to show and or zoom into the measurement of each attempt. We recommend having 2 cameras and 2 sign-in accounts when you go into Zoom to display the attempts and show the measurements. Basic equipment needed is a camera, phone, webcam, laptop, a microphone and bandwidth. Each event, we will provide we will provide the list of finalists the following Monday after each of the virtual competitions. So Alaskan High Kick on Monday, April 12th, we will provide the finalists list to the finalists, coaches, and parents. And then we will have a Zoom practice and prep the Tuesday following. And then we will then, on that following Wednesday, have an athlete check-in at 3:45, the Alaskan High Kick at 4 p.m., and then awards at 5:30 p.m. The awards may be subject to change depending on how quickly or how long the athletes take for each attempt. Again, same thing with 2-foot high kick. Monday, April 19th, we'll provide the list to the athletes. Tuesday, April 20th, we'll have a prep, and then the event dates, Wednesday, April 21st for females, Thursday, April 22nd for male, and the same on for 1-foot high kick. Does anyone have any questions on the structure for the live events? It should be pretty simple. When we provide you guys with the list of finalists, at that same time, we will provide them with the Zoom links. You would be able to, you should be able to just have the free account. So you wouldn't have to have a licensed account for both. If you did use the two accounts to showcase your guys' attempts, all you would have to do is sign in. I'll most likely have it set up where you have to have a password, and you'll just join just like you did for today's meeting.
So we're pretty excited about this virtual event. We're really hoping that it works well. So just to review that, we have the virtual competition with the video submissions, and then we're also going to have the live competition. So there will be awards for both the virtual submissions and then separately for the live submissions or the live competition.
Yes, so 2 chances to get medals. Any questions about our live stream competition?
All right. Any questions about anything that we have covered so far? Now is our other follow-up Q&A for everything.
I do see some questions in the chat box. Megan Redmond, you don't have to go back and change them. If you could just provide me with your coach's email, I can go ahead and replace those. I did see the individual athletes' emails. Actually, I already have yours. I emailed you today. I can go and replace those if you tell me who your athletes are.
Okay, my coach will send you an email.
Perfect.
Thank you.
And then I put my cell phone number in there. So if you guys have any questions at all, feel free to text me and I will get back to that text as soon as possible. Even if I'm up at 6 a.m. and in bed usually by 10 or 11 o'clock at night. So feel free to shoot me a text. I can't always answer the phone, but most of the time I can answer text messages throughout the day. So feel free to shoot me a text. My number's in the chat box.
Mine as well. Same thing with like Nicole. I am usually mostly available by text. I usually answer the phone, but working from home with the kids can sometimes have a lot of noise. So if you text me, I can usually respond very quickly and or by email. So both will work. And I am actually located in Texas. So I am 3 hours ahead of you guys. So I'm usually awake before most of you. So if you have a question first thing in the morning, feel free to send something my way. I'm happy to answer.
Or if you even have questions about the video, sending a video or want to show an example, shoot me a text of that video and I can critique it or give you suggestions or say, that's good.
Or even about score sheets or a
Anything.
change to your information, something. Yes, you will get this information and paperwork. I'll go ahead and follow up with the emails, most likely tomorrow morning with this competitions games guide and a copy of the waiver.
All right, any more questions? If not, we'll go ahead and let you guys get to your evening. And our coaches training session for Alaskan high kick, scissor broad jump, and wrist carry is tomorrow night at 6 p.m. And what we'll be doing is just reviewing those 3 games, giving pointers and tips. We have an athlete or 2 that will be demonstrating those events as well.
Yes, I will make sure that I send this schedule with you guys and along with the Zoom links to register for those. I think it is also available on our Facebook page. So if you don't get this in time, tonight, then you can go ahead and rummage onto our Facebook page. I can even share the link here if that's helpful. But April 1st is the first one for our first week of events. Tuesday, April 6th is our second virtual training, and April 13th will be the last virtual training. And we'll have both Nicole and Kyle providing demonstrations, and we'll be showing videos as well. I'm going to add in here to the chat box our NYO Games Facebook page, so feel free to click on that and follow to it. And we'll be posting all of our information there. We'll be creating highlights and posting them on our Facebook page, but we're also going to be creating a playlist on the CITC YouTube channel. I'll also add that link into the chat box, specifically to the Senior Games video submissions. So we'll upload each athlete's attempts to our YouTube channel and a playlist on our CITC and YouTube channel.
All right. Any questions?
Training sessions will be recorded, yes, and posted on our YouTube channel as well. And if you register or are part of any of the trainings or even this coaches meeting, I'll include you in the emails for all of our recorded sessions.
Hey, Nicole. My name's Mike. I'm at North Pole. Like if we recorded, 3 or 4 athletes going in seal hop at the same time, would every athlete submit the same video then all the way up to their own measurement, or how would they submit that video?
I would just put, if you have, let's say you have the North Pole boys, I would say North Pole boys seal hop, and then make sure each of the measurements shows like a little card that has their name on it, so we know exactly who that athlete is, or verbally say, this is Michael Jackson, 8th grade or 9th grade, and his measurement is this, so that athlete is clearly identified. But it could be just North Pole boys or North Pole girls.
Okay. So we're planning on holding like our last interior NYO competition, and we were trying to record at that for the virtual competition as well. It sounds like we might be able to make some of that work, but I think showing measurements in between each jump is going to get time consuming. So we might have to rethink our plan.
Yeah.
All right. Thank you.
You're welcome. Any other questions, comments, concerns? We're really happy to see all of these coaches and parents. I see one athlete here as well. So really excited about that. It's a good opportunity. I know there's a Bering Strait School District usually has their own little competition, but I see Frank Amoktulik from Golovin is here, along with Savunga and Gamble coaches and Teller. So that's pretty cool. I'm really excited about that. And if I left you out, I didn't mean to, as far as this Bering Strait School District goes. And oh yeah, the Nome coach too. So we're really excited to see all the participation, because we didn't have this participation last year. We just had the students and the athletes because they didn't have the support of the coaches and teachers last year with COVID just starting. So we're really excited about that. So don't forget, email or text us any questions anytime, and we'll get back to you as soon as we can. We want this experience to be great, not just for you guys, but mostly for the kids. We want to be able to have this for the kids. So thank you guys for taking your time and energy to make this happen for the kids.
Yes, thank you.
All right. Well, if there's nothing else, no more questions. Hey, you guys all have a great evening. We look forward to seeing you tomorrow night at the coaching session. If you want to join us, tomorrow night we'll cover the 3 events and answer as many questions about coaching, training, and give pointers for the athletes for next competition next week.
3 events being.
Will we get a
Yeah, Lucy?
Will we get a new link to join the meeting tomorrow?
Yes. So I have links that are already established. I will be following up with you guys on that first thing tomorrow morning. The PDF that I have here, I'll go ahead and send out to you guys, and you'll be able to join. And the 3 events that'll be covered are the Alaskan high kick, scissor broad jump, and wrist carry.
All right. Anybody else? Any more questions? Is a pie still there, Sharon?
Shucks, she just went to pick up her baby before a practice.
Oh, shucks. I wanted to
Should have
wave
brought him, Sharon.
He's
Hi, Nicole.
former
This is Linda with Bering Strait. I just wanted to let you guys know that we really appreciate you doing this. This virtual event sounds super fun. We did something similar with our cheerleading. So we think we'll just take what you guys have baseline and we'll put it into our guidelines, and we'll have our own district awards kind of based off this partnership with you guys. And then the live competition, that's super awesome. I just really appreciate you and Adele for working hard on this and to be available and to answer questions and have these training sessions and everything. We're super pumped. Bering Strait didn't get to do NYO last year, and we are so ready. So thank you very much for this.
Yeah, feel free to share that link with the rest of the schools in the district and everybody else, anybody in your districts for coaching and training, even if they haven't registered yet and they want to just go through the training session, that's fine too.
Okay, we'll go ahead and let them know. Thanks.
Yep. All right. Hey, everybody, have a great evening, and hopefully we'll see you tomorrow evening.
Yes, bye guys.
See you later. Thank you. So Adele, I know Vanessa and Stephen Gregory both wanted a copy of the, are you gonna send a link for the entire recording session to everybody?
Yeah, I will. I will definitely do that. I'll have Jamie go ahead and post it, and as soon as I have her, as soon as she confirms that she's posted, I'll go ahead and send it out.
Okay, and then anything you need to follow up with, shoot me email in the morning and I'll follow up as soon as I can in the morning.
For
If there's anything I need to follow up on for tomorrow. Yeah.
Yeah, no, I'll be catching up on anything that I'm missing since today's just been crazy. So I'll make sure I'll get that out to you. I don't think there's anything outstanding. I think I have everything, but I'll make sure, and I'll get everyone all of the links, even these 2 documents as well. And we should be good to go for tomorrow. We had a really good turnout. I think we had almost 30 people, so that
Awesome.
was really good. But all right.
Great.
Tomorrow.
Thanks.
Bye.